Hi guys, 2021 is ending and I really hope it treated you well. And now, of course, it's time to think about our goals for 2022. And it doesn't even matter if you usually stick with your New Year's resolutions or if you give up after a couple of weeks. Setting goals for yourself is the first step to making things happen, to take control of your life and be its pilot instead of a passenger. Do you agree? A new year is a fresh start, a new opportunity to try again and do better or to keep growing whatever momentum you're on. So, what would you like to accomplish in 2022? What changes do you feel it's time to make in your life? How will you make sure that 2022 is even better than 2021? Now is the time to leave a comment below with the resolutions you have in mind. And then you need to keep watching this video, of course, where I will give you some great resolution suggestions as well as some much needed tips for sticking with your resolutions and turning them into long-lasting changes instead. So, are you ready for it? Let's do this. Okay, for me, there are no limits or rules to making resolutions for your life. It does not have to be about your weight, about quitting a bad habit, your job, or how much money you make. For me personally, I make goals regarding how I want to feel, to have more peace, more serenity, more excitement, to be more mindful of things around me and how I feel at any given moment, for example. Then I leave the specifics for the universe to surprise me with. Of course, I usually have an idea about how I expect things to happen, but the truth is, I really do end up surprised by how things turn out. Life is what happens when you're busy making other plans. Do I need to say more? So, no limits, okay? It really is about the things you would like to change, and that can be pretty much anything. And here are my top 10 suggestions. 10 resolutions that will make a big impact on your life without it meaning a lot of effort to keep up with. My list could be bigger. In fact, for more ideas about quick changes you can make in your life, watch this video I made a couple of months ago about the 15 simple, easy habits that will change your life. I'm also leaving a link below for you to watch after this video, okay? So, the first is to try a new recipe each week. It doesn't have to be elaborate or fussy, it just needs to be something completely different from what you've cooked before. Next is to set a goal to read more books in the new year. Reading allows us to travel to strange, exciting worlds, to escape our routines when needed. It inspires us and leaves us in a better mood. Now, another major mood booster is to start a new hobby or learn a new skill. Something you are really interested in trying, and who knows, it can become your new passion, and we could all use a little bit more passion in our lives. I also recommend that you set a goal for yourself to add a much needed break to your day. Nothing hard to stick with, 30 minutes should do. Just a time for yourself to think, to take a walk, to sleep if necessary, just you, by yourself, no distractions. Another major goal that will highly improve your quality of life is to stop multitasking. There is nothing to be gained by it except a lot of stress and anxiety. You are not getting things done quicker or being more efficient. You are burning yourself out. So make it a resolution to stop, okay? Now, I do realize that all my suggestions so far will take up time in your life that you may not necessarily have, and I don't want to make your life harder for you. So my next suggestion for your New Year's resolution is to spend less time on social media. In fact, make that on your phone in general. You would be surprised at how much time you waste checking your emails and mindlessly scrolling down your feed. Time that could be put to much better use for that daily break, for example. Another way to get some time back is to make a plan to delegate more. Make a list of tasks that you currently perform and see how you can pass it on to others. Like getting your children and your partner to complete some of the chores, or looking online on Upper, for example, for freelance work for those simple tasks anyone can do, but that take up so much of your time for your business. Anything that will make your life easier and gain you some much precious time for yourself. Next, make it a goal to start journaling in the new year if you don't do it already. There's so much insight to be gained by putting your thoughts and feelings into paper, to have a conversation with yourself and writing it down. Just try it for a while and see how it feels, okay? Also, plan a vacation. I know things are weird right now travel-wise, but I do hope it will improve, and traveling is the biggest soul filler I know. Also, when you're planning a vacation, booking those reservations and doing all that research, you feel excited and pumped. And even after the booking is complete, if you're anything like me, remembering about that vacation you will take will make sure to put a smile on your face. Who wouldn't want that? Last but certainly not least, make it a goal for the new year to be kinder to yourself in every aspect. Practice self-love and self-care. Be careful about how you talk to yourself. Encourage and compliment yourself more often. Protect yourself from situations that are bad for you. In a nutshell, be your own best friend. Think about how you would act around a dear friend, what you would say and then do the exact thing when it comes to you. You will be surprised how your life can change just by doing this small thing. Okay, how am I doing so far? Have I gotten you inspired to pick your best New Year's resolutions today? I hope so. I also hope that if you're enjoying this video, you will give it a thumbs up to let me know. I would also like to invite you to stop by my channel and check out my other videos, and if you like what you see, to subscribe, of course. Now, all there's left to talk about are those tips to making your resolutions stick like epoxy resin, which according to Google is the world's strongest adhesive. Good to know. Now, there is also this video about breaking bad habits you should definitely watch that can provide some more information on how to make those changes permanently. I will also be adding that link below so you can check it out. Now, the first thing to keep in mind is making a lot of changes at the same time is the best way to make you quit them quicker. No matter how many changes you want to make in your life, you need to keep one goal at a time and focus on that. Only when you're comfortable with that change can you move on to the next. Also, be as specific as you can about your goal. Losing weight is just too vague. Set a number of pounds you want to lose instead. Also, make a plan on how you want to make that change. If it's a big goal, that means breaking it into small steps you can take without it being too disruptive. And of course, as much as you can, anticipate the problems you may have. Now, if things don't go the way you plan, you need to stop and accept it. Don't try and ignore that things aren't working out, because until you recognize the problem, you won't be able to reevaluate your plan, learn from what you're doing wrong, and adapt to keep going. But, of course, you should also definitely celebrate when things are going right, even if it's a small accomplishment. Be grateful for it and use it to keep you motivated. Now, as far as motivation goes, I find that nothing is as powerful as reminding yourself of why you're doing it. Create a vision board or just stick some motivational post-its wherever necessary. Just do it often and never lose focus. Now, this next one may not work for everyone, but I find it really helpful to get support, particularly if it's a major change. Now, I am not necessarily talking about the buddy system, though that can really be helpful for some resolutions. But you can even get help from a therapist, for example, for overeating or smoking or anything that you feel you lack the tools to change yourself. It is all about giving yourself the best odds to succeed, so do whatever it takes. But the most important tip I can give you, the one thing you can't possibly succeed without, is you just need to go for it. Just do it. All that planning, all that goal setting won't do you any good if you don't act on it. So don't wait for the perfect timing, because it may never come. If you want to make a change, to improve your life in any way, you need to start, to take that step towards the life you want to live, and then keep going. Also, don't forget to watch those 2 videos I mentioned about the 15 simple habits that will change your life and how to break bad habits once and for all. I will see you over there. Bye bye!